This is Barbie Decker. So I am going to be making a series of videos on Body Beast, the nutrition meal plan. I know that there is a lot of um, fear on the part of women that they have to eat so much. And I have to tell you that these fears are completely unfounded. Um, I've been trying to post lots of pictures of women who have followed the meal plan. I was telling Sagi the other day, I'm like, I guess I don't really follow the meal plan. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, who do you live with and how do we eat? And so I actually sat down with the whole book. I read the entire book and I'm like, wait, I actually eat like this. So I do follow the meal plan. Um, I'm at this point, right? I've been following these guidelines for 2 years. I'm not a stickler. I'm not like this crazy person. Not that you would be crazy to do it, right? To weigh everything and every ounce and count every calorie. I kind of eyeball it. I mean, I eat pretty much the same thing all the time, and I do follow the meal plan and I follow the guidelines. I don't eat soy. I personally don't eat dairy. I do drink coffee, just a little bit. But anyway, in today's video, I want to talk about the Body Beast phases. And I have to tell you guys, I think that because the book is 130 something pages, it can be quite overwhelming. But as I sat reading this last night, I'm like, guys, it's pretty self explanatory. And I'm not saying like you're dumb if you don't get it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying take a deep breath because I promise, and I'm going to lead you through this. I want you, if you have the book, if you have Body Beast already, turn to page 50. Okay, and if you don't, you can still listen along and learn. So there are three phases to Body Beast. There's the build and the bulk phase, and then there's the beast phase, right? So the build is, as the word implies, you're just beginning to build something. You're just getting started, right? In the bulk phase, don't freak out by the word. You're just putting on muscle. Like, look at me, you guys. I am not, oh my gosh, right? Even though my shirt is gigantic, I'm a small person. You're not gonna get gigantic. You're not gonna bulk up like a football player. So get rid of that. But when the program was first made, it was geared towards guys, and you are going to be putting on muscle, which you want. Look at my gigantic muscles, right? Ladies, stop fearing. Okay, it's so good to be making videos again now that I'm back home. All right, so that is the bulk phase. And then finally in the beast phase, you are going to be leaning out. So if you put on a little bit of extra fat with that muscle, you're going to be getting sculpted and ripped. So there are really two different meal plans. And it's not so much that the meal plans are different, it's just that the macros, don't get scared again, the macros are different. So you're eating carbohydrates, you're eating proteins, and you're eating fats. When you're leaning out, you're just going to be eating, you're going to change a little bit the ratios. You're going to be eating less fat. So in the build and bulk phase, you're going to be eating 25% protein, 50% carbs, which can come from vegetables and some liquids and some grains, if you choose to do grains, and 25% fat, okay? So, do you have to go crazy and start like measuring and percentage and like, oh my God, I didn't get 24%? No, you don't. Sagi says it in the book that it's actually good for you to vary a little bit so that you keep your body, guessing from plateauing. Okay, those are the two phases. In the build phase, where you're just learning, you are doing the 25% protein, 50% carbohydrate, and 25% fat. What changes in the bulk phase, right, is that you might have to adjust your calories. You're just going to have to see. Your body is not a computer, right? You're going to have to see how you feel. If you need more calories, you'll see as you go. Finally, in the beast phase, you're going to be doing 40% protein, 30% carbs, and I'm looking at the book, 30% fat. So it's just less carbs, right? And a little bit more protein. You're not going to die. All right. So, hold on, okay. So those are the 3 phases, okay? And those are the macros. I want to talk a little bit, and this is going to be a long video, I sense, but I got to talk about it. And hopefully I haven't lost you. Okay, so don't get crazy about the macros, all right? So that is page 50 and 51. It explains it so clearly why you should follow the plan. You're building muscle, and then you are in the beats phase, you're gonna shred. Who doesn't want that? And again, like, not that I'm the perfect example of a body, not at all. I'm just saying, I'm not big, you guys. Like, and the women that are getting results are getting beautiful results and following the meal plan. Stop being crazy. All right, so that was page 50. On page 52 of the book, you have an example. So let's say I'm supposed to eat 2,000 calories, 1,800 to 2,000 calories. Again, you're not a computer. This is not an exact science, right? It's an estimation. So 2,000 calories. On page 52, for those of you who don't have the program, it's so freaking easy. It tells you actually you need 5 starches, 2 legumes or protein liquids, 4 vegetables or balanced liquids, 5 fruits, 9 proteins, and 4 fats. Okay, and a little bit about the supplement. I'm looking for my charger. I don't know where it is. All right, so you're like, oh my God, what do I do with that? This is so confusing. No, it's not. Why isn't it confusing? Because then you're going to go to the page where it tells you what are starches and what is 1 serving. This is just actually, I'm not comparing it. Well, I am comparing it to the 21-day fix. You have that in the 21-day fix. In the 21-day fix, it tells you the portions, right? Like 4 yellow, 4 green, 4 this. It is the same thing in that sense, in that here it's telling you 5 starches, 2 legumes, 4 vegetables, 5 fruits and carbs. And then you go to the corresponding section. See, it says legumes, and then you just pick and choose. So that is it, you guys. You don't need, so for example, okay, what I was going to say is that you don't need to be like putting in all your foods in MyFitnessPal. You can do that if you want to do that, if it floats your boat. I used to do that too, and it used to keep me more accountable. But is it necessary? No. So it's all there. So what I would recommend is for you to take a piece of paper and a pen or pencil. And if you're eating, let's say 5-6 times a day, I would write down breakfast. I don't know how to write breakfast. Snack. Lunch. Snack. And dinner. Okay? So then on that same page, which is page 54, 52, where it tells me how many starches and legumes and proteins and fats I need to eat, I would just design my meal plan around that, right? So for breakfast, normally I would want to have 1 or 2 starches, a protein, and maybe I want a fruit. Okay, so this is where it's going to take a little bit of work because you're going to have to mess with it. So if you want, use a pencil if you're a neat freak. And you're going to distribute your starches, legumes, vegetables, proteins, fats, hardcore, base shake, fuel shot if you're taking the supplements. And you're going to distribute it. And then you're going to go to the pages where you get your servings. So like for starches, for example, I'm looking at what I would actually eat. Let's say if I ate pumpkin, that's a starch, right? 1 cup, that would be 1 cup. Not that I want to eat that for breakfast, but let's say I wanted to eat, so that would be my starch for breakfast. Pumpkin, ugh, that makes me gag. And then let's see, what would I eat for protein? For protein, I would eat egg whites. 1 protein, and 1 protein serving is 2 egg whites. So then I would put it down. So that's where the work is. Once you do it, you don't have to stick to the same foods, but that's really where all the work is. And guess what? Yes, I have the 21-day fix. I have it right here because I was doing that before too. I tried out the workouts, and you're going to have to do the same kind of math, and it's not even math. It's like, okay, orange container. This is orange container. Let me turn to the section where I get to see what I get to eat for orange. And then you go to that section And then it tells you, okay, raw nuts, raw seeds, pumpkins. So that's it, you guys. I think that I'm going to make another video giving you an exact breakdown of what my meals would look like for the build phase for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and my 2 snacks. To do that, I would probably have to do like a screen share and a little more work in advance, and then I'll explain what I actually did. Okay, so I'm gonna have an ongoing challenge group for Body Beast. Message me if you're ready to get started. This would be for folks who do not have a coach or who are not coaches. And that would mean that I would be your coach. The requirement would be that you get Body Beast and Shakeology for the duration of the challenge, which is just 30 days. So that's it, you guys. I hope this was helpful. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I love to teach. So this is awesome for me. All right, have a beautiful day. Beast up.